Well, this next song I wrote in upstate Michigan. I didn't realize Michigan was so tall, but I landed in Detroit, I think, and rented a car and drove north for what felt like, well, it actually was 5 hours, and got close to this place called Mackinac Island. And every November there's this really incredible writers retreat that happens in Harbor Springs, Michigan. It's run by this guy named John Lamb, who's a bar singer, a lounge singer. But he's got to be the most literate lounge singer in the United States, I bet. He reads poetry and fiction and writes songs, and just an incredible guy. And so we organize these writing retreats, and he invites songwriters to come and help, and sometimes he has poetry retreats and invites poets like Billy Collins and people like that. And so anyway, one year I was invited to come, and I didn't know the drill. But I got there, I think on a Thursday night it was, and he had us all sit in a big room, maybe a little smaller than this, and 50 or 60 students all in a circle. Turned to the first student, gave that student a writing prompt for the weekend. A really, really brilliant, involved, full of detail writing prompt. And it made me want to write that song. And then he turned to the next person, gave that person a different writing prompt. And around the room he went, 50 or 60 writing prompts, just brilliant pieces of works of art in and of themselves. But then he got done with the students and turned to us, the instructors, and started giving us assignments too. And when it came to my turn, he says, "Okay, Tom, here's the premise of the song I want you to write this weekend." He says, "Imagine that there's a young child who comes to you and says that they are troubled at the noises that mommy and daddy make at night." And he said, "Would you consider writing a little lullaby for this young child?" And I was horrified at the thought. So after the meeting was over, this was right when Carrie and I were getting together, and I called her back home in Dallas where we live, and I said, "You will not believe this assignment this song I'm supposed to write." And so she filled me in on a couple things I was still unaware of, and so I was able to write this song. So I like to give her a lot of the credit for the inspiration of this song. I can promise you there's no bad words in it, in this song, although I suspect that some of you would have liked that, but okay, here it is. Kiss me goodnight. Go say your prayers, I'll get the light. Don't be scared, just climb into bed. Those bed bugs won't bite. And don't get upset at the noises at night, 'cause sometimes daddy asks questions, sometimes mommy says yes, sometimes mommy yells louder, 'cause sometimes daddy forgets. Sometimes we jump on the bed, that's why you hear it squeak. That's why the headboard rattles, that's why it keeps the beat. Sometimes we jump so high we hit our heads on the ceiling. That's when you hear us scream, 'cause sometimes we like that feeling. But don't you dance on the mattress until you're old enough. One day you'll understand this, it's called making love. There's more words for that. There's the roll in the hay. There's the cat in the hat. There's come out and play. There's banging the door. There's turning the screw. There's 4 on the floor. There's taming the shrew. Sometimes daddy asks questions. Sometimes mommy says yes. Sometimes mommy yells louder. Sometimes daddy forgets. Sometimes we jump on the bed. That's why you hear it squeak. That's why the headboard rattles. That's why it keeps the beat. Sometimes we jump so high we hit our heads on the ceiling. That's when you hear us scream, 'cause sometimes we like that feeling. But don't you dance on the mattress until you're old enough. One day you'll understand this, It's called making love. I'm glad we had this talk, but there's more that you'll discover when you're old enough to walk. Go ask your mother. 'Cause one day you'll need to know it. Till then I hope you buy it. When daddy's not at home, it may seem way too quiet. Then you'll hear something buzzing, but you won't know for sure. And there's no need for fussing it. No one needs a cure. It's just mommy missing daddy. Most times that doesn't faze her, but when she misses me badly, she sounds like my electric razor. We just want to feel closer. Closer is never enough. That's just a poor substitution for making love.